he was being a philanthropist just to cover his crimes and cruelty. And I'm like, do you really want to know the cruelty in the Scoan? Look out for the good and the God in people. Hey beautiful angels, top of the evening to you all. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing fine. I'm also doing so very well, as you can see. Yeah, if you're new here, thank you so much for coming to watch my video, and if you're a returning subscriber, I deeply appreciate you coming back always to watch my beautiful video. So this is my very last series on the Prophet Tbjoshua's issue, and I am creating this series, this very last one, due to some comments you guys have left on the previous video. So I just want to talk this time about the cruelty in the Scoan, the cruelty in Prophet Tbjoshua's church, that is the Scoan. So before that, I would like us to refer to a speech by Theodore Roosevelt, one of the former presidents of the United States, and let me read that to you. It is called The Man in the Arena. The Man in the Arena. And it reads, "It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of this could have done them better." Right? The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievements, and at the worst, if he fails, he at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never know victory nor defeat. Yeah, so in this very speech of Theodore Roosevelt, he was talking about the man in the arena, and he said the critics do not count, but it is actually the man who is in the arena, going through the ups and the downs, who fights, who strives to achieve something for himself, and who knows defeat and also knows victory. Yeah, so in this context, Prophet Tbjoshua is the man in the arena. He is the man who fought the battle for himself. He is the one who knows the victory and knows the failures in his life. And you, the critic, talking about him right now, what are you doing for yourself? Think about yourself. You are the cold and the timid soul, and you can never be in his place. But he is the hero. He is our hero. So yeah, I just want to talk about the cruelty in the Scoan. To me, and per my own experience, okay, I can say that the most cruel people in the Scoan are some of the workers in the Scoan. Do you understand? Especially if you go to the Scoan and you do not reside in their apartments, and you are just from home coming to sleep over on Saturday and just get into the auditorium on Sunday, and they see you not to be residing in their apartments, the way they treat you, the way they talk to you, sometimes they feel like everybody who comes to the Scoan is there to beg. But they don't know that people use the Scoan as a tourist attraction just to come see Nigeria. Do you understand? The Scoan served as a tourist attraction for Nigeria. Most importantly, Nigeria has to be very thankful to the Scoan. In some of the churches in Nigeria, like the Christ Embassy, the Scoan, Pastor Oyedepo, and the Redeemed Christian Church, those churches, and the top of the list is the Scoan, served as a tourist attraction for people. People just come there to check whether everything they are seeing on TV is real. And some of those workers, when they see people on TV working, the evangelists, they felt like, okay, everything there is like a bed of roses. And when they get there and they realize that they need to put in the work, then they start to blame people. They start to put the blame on the leader, and then they start being cruel to people, to visitors who come to the Scoan. and they go out to say a lot of horrible things about the leader, the man for whom you were there, the man who was the reason that you said, okay, you were coming to work in the Scoan. If you go somewhere and then you realize that the place is not good enough for you any longer, the best thing you can do is to leave that particular place, but not to destroy the hands that has once fed you. Not to destroy the hands that has once fed you. We should not, speak ill of people or say hurtful things about people just for fun or for our own importance. That is how cruel some of these workers who are online saying a lot of horrible things about the prophet. Do you get? I just want to say that we are all with sin. Nobody on this earth is without sin. But sometimes mistakes occur because of wrong judgments of what we think about situations. So it is when we do not learn and we are conscious of what we are doing, and then we do it for the purpose of hurting someone consciously, then we know that this one is never a mistake. It is a deliberate action. So all these people saying these things about Tbjoshua, right? Me, I'm not saying they are wrong or they are right. I'm just saying that whatever you are saying about the man, at least no one is without sin. So do not talk ill of someone just to prove your own importance or just to appear important in the face of others. Do you get? I got a comment in my post, the previous post, which was like, okay, so he was being a philanthropist just to cover his crimes and cruelty. And I'm like, do you really want to know the cruelty in the Scoan? If you want to know the cruelty in the Scoan, per my own experience, I will gladly tell you that most of the cruelty in the Scoan, sometimes experienced by visitors, are from some of the workers in the Scoan. Most of these people you saw saying all sort of things without proof about the prophets, some of them are so rude to visitors. When they see you in the Scoan, they feel like, okay, you are there to beg, you are amongst the beggars or the needy or whatever. They don't know that some of us are just there because we are inquisitive. Some of us go there because we want to see for ourselves what we see on TV. Not because we are needy, not because we need anything from the prophet, but just because we want to see for ourselves what is happening. Do you get? So yeah, I'm just ending it here, and I want to let you guys all know that it is good to be good. Okay, let us all look out for the good in people and not to always look out for what they have done wrong and what they must have done right and all that. Let us talk about the good and look out for the good and the God in people than to just go out for their distraction. Yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and also leave beautiful comments. And I'll definitely see you in my next video. Until then, bye. A bientôt.